how do you deal with? I read your book, Gasping for Airtime, and I didn't really at that time. I was fine. I didn't have any sort of anxiety or depression or anything. And then as I got older and I got kids, my anxiety got really bad.
Yeah.
And then I take Lexapro, a low dose. I'm good, and it straightened me out. So I'm good. Then I'm 50 years old now, and I start having panic attacks out of nowhere. It's nothing. And my doctor says, "What do you panic about?" I go, "I don't have nothing."
If I knew, it would be anxiety, not panic.
Exactly.
Anxiety is stimulus response. Panic is just you're taking a shower, you look at the towel, and you're
nuts.
Your insides want to be on your outsides.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I've never been moved to throw up more in my life just from a. But thankfully, I got that under control too.
Good.
But I'm on medication for it.
Great.
What do you do? When are you still dealing with those sort of things? I mean, you got to the point where you were getting off airplanes.
Yeah, I was diagnosed bipolar type 2.
Right.
Manic depressive. I had the panic disorder from way back in the day.
Yeah.
I did 12 steps, and it turns out my biggest mental issue is I'm an alcoholic.
So that was the core of
I'm off
all
medicine. And I was like, I don't think I need to be on this medicine anymore. And everybody's like, well, take it slow. And I did it under like a doctor's care.
Right.
But it's not to get too spiritual, but I have a spiritual malady. Like I'm disconnected from a greater good. And then when I get plugged back into that, if I'm thinking about helping,
you just gave Spanish an erection. He's Mr. Spirit. He's Mr. Spiritual guy now.
If I'm helping you, I'm not thinking of me. And
Right.
when I'm depressed, I'm thinking about. If I'm having a panic attack, it's all in the future. It's all, what if I have a panic attack on this airplane?
Yeah.
So there's the third step prayer, which is, dear God, relieve me of the bondage of self, so I may better do thy will. Like, help me get rid of all these things so I can be better at helping the next guy try to get sober.
That's a tougher struggle than most people understand.
I guess I was just ready for it.
Yeah. You get to the point.
50 years of research.
It goes one way or the other. You're either ready for it or we don't ever hear from you again.
I mean, I didn't do it for 50 years. Look,
No.
I knew it worked because my mom got sober when I was 10.
Right.
So I had in my house, everything got better. Everything. The whole neighborhood was calmer when the Mohrs got their act together. Like, we were like the monsters down there, just fighting and throwing and just things going out windows. So I knew it worked. And if I'm being honest, knowing that it was going to work is probably why it took me so long to do it.
Yeah.
Because I still wanted my will.
I'm happy for you. I have my number one best friend is Bobby Kelly, who has been sober for years.
Oh, Bobby's been sober since he was like 15.
Yeah. And he still, I call him. I called you 3 times. I was in the meeting. Still goes to meetings every day. You got it. It's for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's where all my friends are anyway.
That's true.
The guys in my life that I love the most, the guys that I would trust overnight with both of my sons, the guys that I would trust overnight with my wife, the guys that I would trust overnight with every penny I've ever earned, I've known 3 years.
Yeah.
They're I know guys that did time for murder 1, and I leave them alone with my kid.
Wow, that's great.
Hoping he will kill him.
No.
Listen, I got kids. I get it. I feel it.
Did he say no?
That was that guy over
Jay
there.
Mohr is here with us. He is back solid doing comedy. I'm coming to the show. I'm going to come see the show.
What?
Yeah, because...
I'm going to go through the whole rehab thing for you.
Okay, good. That's fine.
I got a whole, 20 minutes of intervention leading up. Oh, my God.
Let me tell you this that you don't know. Do you know how long we've known each other? I could tell you to the date.
No.
21 years.
That's good.
Because the weekend that I first went to see you, that you were in town, you were at... the
other club.
Yeah, the other club, and you were with Bert.
Yeah.
It was the first time I had ever seen Bert, and I saw you two together, and it was the day after I got married. So that is how I know today is my anniversary. So I have 2 anniversaries. It was the day I met you and Bert, and the day that I married my wife. So,
Which one was better?
Well, Bert looks good naked. We've all seen him.
Which one was less headaches?
Oh, definitely you guys.
I got good news for you. But
Yeah.
I've been in touch with Bert.
Have you really?
I mean, you have to.
Well, that was my next question.
part of the
As
thing.
part of the thing, do you go back and
You
talk
got to
to
reach
people?
out and say, look, man.
How was that received? If
It was
you're
a
gonna
text
ask?
back and forth. Very nice. I'll tell you. I'll show you up to you in respect to him.
All right, can I tell you?
But
From his
doing
point of
that,
view?
that got me free.
Oh, yeah, because you can't have that.
Because then when I see all those shitty... Ooh,
Whoop, that's
God,
right. That's right. That's right.
when I see all those comments, now they don't... Because I know him and I are good.
Right.
So when I see other people like, yeah, why don't you... Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
like, you don't even know. Like, we're good.
So,
damn,
let me
killing it.
Let me tell you something about Bert, and as far as you're concerned, and I'm not speaking as this is my opinion. I could tell Bert had some struggles and was very, had some problems, but never was like, I hate him. And, it was always like one of those things where I think it just went this way.
I think it kind of took on a life of its own.
Yeah. And
other third party, fourth parties, fifth parties.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then guys like me who like to stir the pot and do all that other stuff. But I'm just saying. But no, wow, I'm glad. What about Segura? Is he in your wheelhouse too? I just know that
we just kind of stopped talking.
I didn't know of how tight you were with him.
I mean, he opened for a long time. I don't think there's anything negative there.
No, but Bert, let's get back to that.
Yeah,
murdering.
I'm so happy for him.
It's so. I think about it.
I listen to him and Tom's podcast. That's my treadmill routine.
So funny.
I love it.
They're so good together.
When one of them's out, I can't do it.
Yeah,
I gotta have both.
Yeah, it's a different show. It sure is a different show. That weekend that I saw you guys at the other club,
the Grammatica brothers were there.
Yes.
Yeah.
All three itty bitty.
Still come on the show all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
God bless.
Oh, this is what you should do while you're here. You know what Martine does? Martine Grammatica.
Car dealership.
No. You like it better.
Not a bad guess, though. Yeah.
He works for a company called Lifeguard Imaging. They do a full body scan, and they can look at stuff and see stuff inside your body that actual scans can't. It's kind of like
see if you're gonna have a stroke and stuff.
See if you have a stroke. They'll give you
calcium
your
deposit.
calcium score for the next 5 years. You should go do that while you're here, especially now that you're all healthy and stuff.
While I'm here.
Yeah, it takes 5 minutes.
It's gonna cut into my naps.
Jay Mohr is here. The happy, married, sober Jay Mohr is here. Words I never thought I would say altogether.
Buddy, you ain't lying.
Yeah. Well, listen, the worst part is, Hi Jay Mohr was kind of fun, so that's why you don't. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to. I like it. It was like now.
But Hi Jay Mohr was never really having a conversation with you because his mind was always thinking, "Where am I going to get?"
Always brilliant though.
Yeah.
Well, the impressions and you had to be nuts a little bit. Yeah, but still.
Let's get high.
No, how dare you? Although I do that to Bobby all the time. I go, come on, just one shot won't kill you. And he's like, dude, it's been 17 years.
You know what, dude? If you jump in front of a subway, it's the first car that's going to kill you. It's that first shot that gets you.
So now, how do you know Black Bart over here?
Okay, Black Bart, you'll get yours. He's my sponsor.
You can get away with the cowboy hat down here, but there's not a lot of cities you can go to.
He wears it everywhere.
Yeah.
He's insane.
Yeah. And how did you guys meet?
I met him in the rooms, doing the anonymous place.
Right. And then
I asked him to sponsor me. He goes, "Oh, I'd love to."
And you feel safer? You feel better?
Like in general?
Like knowing that somebody's here to have your back.
Honestly, I traveled with him in the beginning because I didn't work for 2 years,
right.
because and then everybody was kind of wary, deservedly so, about me going back out on the road. So I'm like, no, it's fine. I knew between my ears I was good.
Yeah.
I knew I was all in on this program. But I was like, all right, just so you guys know, I'm going to bring him. That's how much we're going to do it. And they were like, so I did it at first to get everybody to just calm down. And then it was like, why did I do this alone for 34 years?
Yeah.
Like, of course I'm a drug addict.
Yeah,
I get applause on the way to my office.
That's true.
If you talk while I'm working, you get thrown out. And then when I leave my office, I get a standing ovation. And then I sit alone in a hotel room for 22 hours.
Yeah, it's a rough lifestyle.
It's like an equalizer, just getting jacked all around.
I used to think as a married guy, it was the greatest job ever. You leave on Wednesday. You fly to another city, you have a good time.
Yeah.
Then just when you start missing your wife, you come back, and then when she gets sick of you, you leave again.
It's great.
It's a great rotation. Okay,
but if you're sick of your wife 6 months into marriage, you should maybe.
That's true. That's true. How long has it been yet? When did you get married?
7 months.
Okay, so
September
you're still
3rd. But we have separate apartments.
So that's what I was going to ask you. Somebody told me about this, and I never know if this is true. You were living in different places?
She lives above me.
Okay,
There's 3 apartments in the building.
Right.
It's a townhouse building.
Okay.
So me and my son are on the first and second floor. There's 2 judges on the 3rd floor,
Okay.
and then Jeannie's on the 4th floor.
And where do you sleep?
In my bed.
By yourself?
Yeah.
That's not as weird as it probably seems to some people. So
It's the best. We watch
night-
TV together. It's like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Going to bed.
If you fool around, all right, see you tomorrow.
I sleep upstairs most during the week, but that has to do with the fact that one, I have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and two, I snore and all that other stuff, and it makes her life miserable. Last night, my wife has a friend staying with us for a couple of days, so last night I slept in my bed when my daughter decided to jump in the middle of the bed with the two, and it was the worst goddamn night's sleep I've had in the longest time. And every time I move, I got to bring that stupid CPAP machine with me. I hate it. I'm so happy upstairs.
Yes.
My fat butt has put a little dent in my side of the pillows, inside of the bed mattress. I lay in my little cocoon. I keep it 67 degrees upstairs, and I watch whatever dumb TV shows I want.
Sleep in a tomb.
It's the best thing ever.
Ice cold.
And
she likes it
the
warm.
minute I put it at 70, she's miserable. So look, we spend the whole day together. I don't leave the house until I have to, for work. So we spend the whole day together. We have plenty of time. Why be miserable at night?
Let me ask every married couple listening this.
Yeah.
Let's assume you guys love each other. You're best friends. There's absolutely no problems whatsoever.
Okay.
Wouldn't you want your own mattress?
I mean, yes.
Like to share a mattress. I'm about to be unconscious.
Yeah, right. Why are we doing
Why would I share that experience? I'm going to rip so many farts.
Farts?
When I go from standing up to laying down, I'm like, I got a drum kit.
Do you understand what kind of heat generator I am? I'm like a nuclear reactor in bed with her. Yeah.
I don't know what, and I like it cold. She's got a little heating pad for her feet.
We would sleep great together in a bed.
Let's do it.
I'm coming to your hotel tonight. Seriously.
Until you snore and I wake you up with a Galliano bottle across the bridge of your nose.
Galliano.
I wear the mask now, so I just look like a fat kamikaze pilot sleeping next to you.
Bane. Oh, I punch my clown constantly with you laying next to me with that mask on. Look at my crippled sugar daddy.
The worst is my buddy Pete. We play in a band, and when we go to the band, sometimes Pete and I will share a room just so we could have fun together. Like two different beds, but I mean we could stay up a little bit. And in the middle of the night, I'll just look over and he's a just
you both got it?
Both got it. Yeah, of course.
You know what grosses me out is those commercials about keeping your CPAP clean.
Yeah,
that's the most. I mean, I guess it's a great ad if you need it.
I don't know.
But also, if you need it, do you really need a commercial to remind you that there's pond scum
you're breathing
8 inches from your trachea?
The funny thing is that those things come with a water machine, like a dehumidifier, and I don't use that, so I don't even have to worry about it like they do. But yeah, that is gross. I mean, I'm sure there's people that have never cleaned that thing. You ever go to somebody's house that you think you know them, and then you go there and you see the muck that they have in their toilet and some other, and you're like, how do they live like this?
They got like the real puffy toilet seat.
Yeah. When you sit on it, yeah.
I kind of like those though.
Oh my God.
So have you ever seen the commercial where it's for old ladies, and if you pee in bed, it just sucks it all away?
Oh no, I know the diapers, but
it's
I don't
like, how did you sleep? And the lady goes, better. But it's like a long. Like, I can't figure out if the tube goes.
They insert it?
I don't. That's what I was going to ask you, but you guys don't know the commercial.
No, I have not seen that.
All
the only one I
caller,
see,
where does it go?
The only one I see is the one with like
poise pads.
The poise pads where you laugh too hard. Sometimes people.
I'm wearing one now. Who
Hold
cares?
on.